So I think, especially for the younger riders and the new riders, the Rookies Cup, it'll be easier to find a nice, comfortable bike setting.
And there's only a second really in it between, in the first 8 riders, down to Max Cook,
who's qualified in the middle of the third row in 8th place. Just a second between him and Yuki Kuni on pole.
Just chasing, they're picking up the slipstream, but it won't make any difference now. It's Yuki Kuni that wins from Cars, Tate and Barry Boulders. What a superb way to start the Rookies Cup for 2019. An absolutely brilliant race. Salvador picks up 4th place ahead of Fallon, Noguchi and Dupasquier. Well, that was absolutely superb, and all those trio put absolutely everything into that last lap.
What an edge of a seat last lap. I was nervous for all of them. They all thought they could win, they all believed they could win, and they definitely all had the potential to win. Yuki Kuni just got out of jail a little bit there with that scuffle in the closing corners, but Barry Baltus, what a push he had, and then a brave move for number 99. Carlos Tate through the fast right handers to get underneath Baltus in the middle of these corners. He definitely